across the land, rippling the earth and the seas. And the foam and sand all heed the wind's command, its mighty breath topples the trees. When the giants speak, but the trembling and the weak don't heed their warnings with fear. Then the wild wind's tone as it whips through every home is the time of reckoning is here. From the gathering dust comes the reason that we must now start changing our ways. For the time is short and the wild wind's report says fertile years of deserts of days. When the giants speak, but the trembling and the weak don't heed their warnings with fear. Then the wild wind's tone as it whips through every home is the time of reckoning is here. There's a cry gone out and it's rolling across the land, calling them, you and me, to loose the reins and break the chains, to rise and stretch and be free. When the giants speak, but the trembling and the weak don't heed their warnings with fear. Then the wild wind's tone as it whips through every home is the time of reckoning is here. In the years ahead, let us not forget the dead, nor let the living lie. And for those unborn who will come unto us shorn, promise the best 'neath the sky. When the giants speak, but the trembling and the weak don't heed their warnings with fear. Then the wild wind's tone as it whips through every home is the time of reckoning is here. Dry gray hills and a hot noon sun pressing down. A lean lone man on a head-down horse near in town. One dead tree with a frayed rope swinging, long dead scene of a mad crowd singing. Gone to dust are the bones of young Pearly Brown. A lean lone man on a head-down horse near in town. 6 long years since the time they hung Pearly Brown. 6 long years of a sad face swinging, 6 long years of a dead man singing. You're the one, sang young Pearly Brown. One dead tree with an old frayed rope hanging down. Poor young fool lying drunk asleep in the town. Fierce strong hands placed him near, still sleeping, slim bare legs of a young girl weeping. Dawn crashed down and the town sang Hang Pearly Brown. Long dead scene of a mad crowd leading him down. red wet clothes and an ashen face staring down. Fat rough rope and a jerky dancing, shouts and cries and a scared horse prancing. Night slipped down and a lean lone man crept from town. Gone to dust are the bones of young Pearlie Brown. Slim, soft girl, now a fat wife sleeping in town. Lean, lone man from 6 years of hating rapes once more, but remains there waiting. Aye, he cries, it was I, not young Pearlie Brown. Aye, he cries, it was I, not young Pearlie Brown. Jim Marlowe, your true love calls. Go out to your new young bride. But mother, I've killed her and buried her deep, and the banks of the Jordan are wide, and the night wind is my bride. You dream, Jim Marlowe, you shy young boy. Go bring the dear girl inside. But mother, she mocked me and called me a child, and the banks of the Jordan are wide, and the night wind is my bride. Jim Marlowe, and cries your name. Go see that her tears are dried. But mother, her eyes were like rivers of blood, and the banks of the Jordan are wide, the night wind is my bride. She knocks, Jim Marlowe, and tries the door. Unlock it and forfeit your pride. But mother, I swear, she is deep in her grave, and the bank banks of the Jordan are wide, and the night wind is my bride. Go out, Jim Marlowe, you pledged your love. She calls and you cannot hide. But mother, your hand is on the door of death, and the banks of the Jordan are wide, and the night wind is my bride. Sangre de Cristo, the range red as blood, cold mountains bathed in the dying sun's flood, couch for two lovers who fled from below, coupled in death on its cold sheets of snow. Rancho Diablo, where grew their love, hard land for cattle, coyote or dove, but home to the rancher, El Don Calderon, master of all that his eyes touch upon. Hilda Maharis, servant girl there, captured his eye with her form young and fair, but her heart was bound to a youth named Miguel, who'd loved her since childhood and cared for her well. One day the rancher, with men at his side, came for young Hilda to make her his bride. But then rose Miguel, who before them did stand, vowing that none would on her place a hand. Angry blows battered Miguel to the floor. Hilda, resisting, was dragged to the door, but quickly recovered, Miguel drew a knife, attacking the rancher, he ended his life. In the confusion, the lovers took flight, reaching the mountains in dusk's blood-red light, but closing behind them, the vengeance did fly, and onward in panic they fled toward the sky. Sangre de Cristo, the range red as blood, cold mountains bathed in the dying sun's flood, couch for two lovers who fled from below, coupled in death on its cold sheets of snow. the shore of my soul. Cast up my love and cast up home, while I sit waiting for you. Flow, river, flow, cast up the songs of my soul, songs of love and songs of home that drift in currents away. The river bend to the land here, gather these things from my days. Help me to hold them and keep them until darkness takes them away. Flow, river, flow, bring me the things of my days, songs and love and home gone way, for water flows away, away, away. Lost. I come from the left and I come from the right. I come not to love, I come for to fight. My arms are confusion, my shield is fate. My name is unreason, my mission is a hate. You'll meet me in the city streets, you'll meet me in the stores. Meet me in the suburbs or in back of ghetto doors. Your presence I will welcome, your hates I will employ. The best advantage in my power to rid this life of joy. Make myself some dough in the process, don't you know? I stalk through your cities, rumble your streets, shake your big buildings, I topple your seats. My heads, they are many, my tongues, they are one. Suspicion is my subject, reaction is my fun. You'll meet me in the city streets, you'll meet me in the stores. Meet me in the suburbs or in back of ghetto doors. Your presence I will welcome, your hates I will employ. The best advantage in my power to rid this life of joy. Make myself some loot, in the process to boot. My purpose is trouble, my method is strife. My reason is vile, my enemy is life. I bring you bad tidings, I bring no relief. My packages are empty, my gifts are all grief. You'll meet me in the city streets, you'll meet me in the stores. Meet me in the suburbs or in back of ghetto doors. Your presence I will welcome, your hates I will employ. The best advantage in my power to rid this life of joy. Make myself some bread while I help to kill you dead. Now that I've met you and given you a feel of how I do business, perhaps we'll make a deal. My number is available, my name is everywhere. Just dial a phone or drop a card or knock on any door. You'll meet me in the city streets, you'll meet me in the stores. Meet me in the suburbs or in back of ghetto doors. Your presence I will welcome, your hates I will employ. The best advantage in my power to rid this life of joy. Make myself some dough in the process, don't you know? 100 years have gone by since civil war rent the sky. How can we say, friends, that it's over when some men have never been freed? 100 ways have been tried since our great-grandfathers died. How can we say, friends, that it's over when some men for freedom still plead? Mankind has never borne upon his shoulders burdens as heavy as this load. Throw off the cross of hate, strike back the shroud of fate, march down freedom's lonely road. 100 years still to go. Is there no hope? Why so slow? How can we say, friends, that it's over till freedom for all is a deed? "100 years still to go. Is there no hope? Why so slow? How can we say, friends, that it's over till freedom for all is a deed?" Dry winds whisper to me, where have the years gone? Short memory, short memory. Sage hills, rugged and free. How came your scarred slopes, sad history, sad history. Wide stream, water so pure. Why have your fish died? Poison for sure. Poison for sure. Clean air, perfume to breathe. Why are we choking? Engines must breathe. Engines must breathe. Quiet land, peaceful to be. Why do my ears hurt? Man's destiny, man's destiny. Our land, brown, green, sold. Things must be sold. Hate, greed, and fear. Hate, greed, and fear. Asking song we sing of him who joined in battle tyrants whim, strong and brave and just and proud, shot from ambush in a friendly crowd, gone forever from this earth, soul of goodness, heart of worth. What for us is left behind? A touch of death for all mankind. Who determines and who's to know just who's to stay and who's to go? Who is master, who is sheep? Who determines when it's time to sleep? Why should he who gave so much bear the devil's fatal touch? Why on earth does evil reign when from its hand comes little gain? How to honor him we knew, whom one of us in hatred slew. Rise again and vengeance fling, or struggle on the distant peace to bring. Down the river now we flow, now reluctant on we go. We met a man somewhere upstream who gave a hand and left a dream. The cold wind blew an eerie warning. The dark birds flew across the morning, there came a man, a lonesome stranger. There came a man who said he knew. Why cold winds blew their eerie warnings, why dark birds flew across the mornings, why there were men, those lonesome strangers, why there were men who lived and grew. The cold wind blew its eerie warning, the dark birds flew across the morning, but no one heard the lonesome stranger. No one heard and no one knew. No one heard and no one knew. I was born and raised down in L.A. Half of my life I there did stay, but people kept a-comin' and the air turned bad, so I figured it was time to go away. I said goodbye one new spring day, started north on the King's Highway. When I reached a mighty fine town, I decided to settle down. Please remember and don't be sad, think of the good times we have had. When you're low and feeling bad, remember them and be glad. Went to college for 3 years, reading books and drinking beer. Then I thought, what am I doing here? And I quit and went away. Got a job where the big trees grow, fighting fire with an axe and a hoe. Learned to work and I worked till the snow, then I figured it was time to go away. Please remember and don't be sad, think of the good times we have had. When you're low and feeling bad, remember them and be glad. Then I got my army call, spit and polish and standing tall. I didn't care for that at all, but they wouldn't let me go away. When I got out, I bought a new guitar, got a singing job and a beat-up car. Found me a gal, but she said she didn't care, and pretty soon she went away. Please remember and don't be sad, think of the good times we have had. When you're low and feeling bad, remember them and be glad. Hung around that lonesome town, wishing that gal I'd never found. Sang my songs as the sun went around, and I figured it was time to go away. As my bags were packed to roam, just then my sweetheart, she came home. We got together and I stayed at home, and this time I think I'll stay. Please remember and don't be sad, think of the good times we have had. When you're low and feeling bad, remember them and be glad. Here in California and around the nation too, they've got a bunch of folks who know what's best for me and you. Especially don't like dirty books, pictures full of sex. Newsstands and publishers bear their pious hex. Playboy magazine is what they love to hate most. And nudist books and their own bodies and everybody else's. Well, the Decency Committee is a happy little band, passing around the dirty books and pictures hand to hand. They hunt and search for sex till they almost bust. Can hardly wait for meeting night, their substitute for lust. One's no fun, two won't do, but more than three is fancy free, and public meetings are wild. Now they bring to meeting dirty books they've bought in local stores. They tell their tale, pass them round, through them all each pores. Call it smut, filth, dirt, to say it is a shame. But I don't know what's filthy about a well-built naked dame. Educational, they'll tell you, so you know what to look for next time you're out looking. Back in Chicago, it seems they've done quite well. They even caught the devil in his fancy Playboy hell. Playboy's worst, because it's widely read and it stands for sex, says it's best to have some fun in bed. Even if you're not married, especially if you're not married, sex is okay as long as you don't mix it with religion and politics. They make it obscene. Now the citizens for decency and literature here, buying up the dirty books and pictures far and near. A question comes to mind as they fume and fuss. I wonder if and when they're through there'll be any left for us. Nothing like a good filthy sex story. Pictures aren't much, but to some folks they're better than nothing. Oh, the committee's right on one thing. The guys who make the buck push the worst, provoke the sick, but shouldn't press their luck. Sex is fine, most agree, but appetites are odd. I'd emphasize love and joy and nullify decide. They don't tell us much about love and joy, but even pornographers have their duty to the human race. If you don't drag us down, friends, maybe we can do away with decency committees forever. When the wind and the rain have gone and the sun shines warm on the hill, I'll walk down the valley below me and search and call, for my love has gone from the hill, and I live now with sorrow alone, wanting her to be standing beside me as always before. She was brave, young and fair, my strength and my care, till darkness rolled o'er the land. In the thunder I heard a sighing parting word, and woke to find her gone. Then I'll walk in the new warming sun, and I'll search the valley below, and I wonder if she'll ever hear me calling, come back, my love. I come through high piling clouds, down wind-swept paths from the sky, cross fields of grass touched with gold, toward the lights of home now I fly. Home to my love and her warm, eager arms, gone from the lonely cold. Home to the meadows and soft nestling farms, away from the dark night's hold. I come from countries of night, where cold cities grudged me my bed. Back to my sweet land of light, to the warmth of home now ahead. Home to my love and her warm, eager arms, gone from the lonely cold. Home to the meadows and soft nestling farms, away from the dark night's hold. I hear the cry of my land, feel blood surge as I near.